The first balloon appeared before Simon understood fear had a sound. It was the sound of silence pressing too hard against his ears. The kind that made his stomach tighten before his mind could react. Red, floating, waiting, and somehow watching. Night 1. Simon was 9 years old when the balloon appeared at the front door. Not tied, not taped, just hovering perfectly still at the height of his face. His small fingers curled into the sleeves of his pajamas. His toes pressed into the cold floor as if it could hold him in place. Behind him, the house slept. The balloon did not. A thin string dangled from it, swaying gently, brushing the door once, twice. Simon whispered to the empty hallway, "Dad?" No answer. He swallowed hard. His throat hurt when he did. A voice spoke behind him, not loud, not sudden. "You're allowed to choose." Simon spun around. The clown stood near the wall, tall, unmoving, his face pale under dim light. His smile was calm, curious, almost kind. Simon's knees weakened. "Choose what?" Simon asked, his voice cracking halfway through the sentence. The clown nodded toward the balloon. Simon shook his head violently. His eyes burned. "I don't want to play." The clown tilted his head. "You already are." Simon reached out without realizing he was moving. The moment his fingers touched the balloon, "Pop!" Simon screamed, not from pain, from knowing. His chest seized as a memory, forced its way into him. A moment he didn't understand. A moment his body remembered, but his mind had buried. He dropped to his knees, palms flat on the floor, breathing too fast, then not enough. The clown crouched slowly in front of him, smiling. "Red," the clown said softly. "That color returns what you tried to forget." Simon cried silently, tears soaking into his sleeves. The clown watched closely, enjoying every second. Night 2. Simon did not sleep. He sat upright on his bed, knees pulled to his chest, staring at the door. When the balloon appeared again, it wasn't red. It was white, floating at his window. Simon's hands shook as he stood. His legs felt hollow, unreliable. The clown was already inside the room this time. "Please," Simon whispered. "I didn't do anything." The clown smiled wider. "That's why this works." Simon reached for the balloon. "Pop!" The world stuttered. Simon screamed, but heard nothing. His mouth opened wide. His chest burned. His scream arrived seconds later, warped and wrong. He clutched his ears, shaking his head violently. The clown clapped once. Slow, deliberate. "White disrupts order," he said. "When your senses betray you, you stop trusting yourself." Simon rocked back and forth on the floor. The clown's eyes gleamed. Night 3. The game reveals itself. 3 balloons floated in Simon's room. Blue, yellow, black. Simon stood frozen, his arms tight against his sides, fingers digging into his skin. The clown leaned against the wall. "Relaxed. Go on," he said. "Pick." Simon pointed at the blue one. His hand trembled so badly he had to steady it with his other hand. The clown's smile. Blue? Simon nodded. Pop. Suddenly, Simon felt heavy. So heavy. His arms dropped to his sides. His legs refused to move. Panic flooded his face. The clown crouched beside him, delighted. Blue steals movement. Simon whimpered. The clown leaned closer. Now you know. Night 4. The clown's childhood. No balloons, just the clown, sitting on the floor, across from Simon. Simon hugged his knees, chin pressed into them, eyes red and swollen. The clown looked distant. I used to kneel like you, he said quietly, on cold floors, waiting. Simon looked up, despite himself, waiting for someone to notice. The clown's smile faded. They didn't like noise, or games, or questions. His fingers curled slowly. I learned early that silence keeps you alive. Simon's breath hitched. The clown's voice dropped. And children remember everything. For a moment, he looked almost sad. Then, a flash of anger crossed his face. Sharp, sudden, especially when they're ignored. The room felt smaller. The clown stood abruptly. His smile snapped back into place, but colder now. Night 5. The kneeling. The balloons returned. Red, black. Simon didn't stand this time. He knelt. His shoulders shook. His hands pressed flat against the floor. I don't want to choose anymore, he whispered. The clown's eyes softened. Good, he said. That means you understand. Simon reached for the black balloon. Pop. The shadows moved. Not fast, not slow. They leaned inward. Simon curled into himself, whimpering. The clown laughed quietly. Black teaches you that you're never alone. Final night. Only one balloon remained. Red. Simon's face was streaked with dried tears. His lips trembled. What happens if I don't touch it? He asked. The clown crouched before him, eye level. Then the game chooses for you. Simon closed his eyes, touched it. Pop. Paper fell around him. Faces, names, children. Simon's name last. The clown inhaled deeply, slowly, satisfied. You played beautifully. Morning came. Simon's room was empty. No signs of struggle. No sound. Only a red balloon floating near the ceiling, and a whisper left behind. Some children survive. Others become lessons